And Huskers Illustrated Radio presented by the Nebraska Lottery. Spending more time talking Hawkeye football the day after Thanksgiving. Rivalry contest between Nebraska, Iowa. Junior wideout Marvin McNutt, recruited as a quarterback out of good old St. Louis, Missouri. And he's one of the best wide receivers in the country, 6'4", 215. Marvin, great to see you. How are you?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Doing awesome, man. In the last couple of years, catching you on the Big Ten Network and nationally televised games, breaking off a slant route on some poor defensive back for 6 with about 2 seconds left. Kind of a habit, isn't it?
You try to make it that way at least.
Yeah. So tell me about the transition, man. You came in, quarterback was kind of on your radar. You did the team player thing. You make the transition to wideout.
Mm-hmm.
A, was that a hard transition? And B, did you even imagine it being this successful?
Definitely. First, it was a pretty hard transition. Anytime you change positions, something you're not used to, it's going to be difficult at first. But if you work through it and you're focused on your goal, you definitely it's something you love to see when it works. It feels good. And B, the question, did I think it'd be successful? I hoped it was going to be this successful.
Yeah, oh sure, you want it to be,
yeah.
But it's a matter of want and reality.
Mm-hmm.
Marvin McNutt with us here, Huskers Illustrated Radio, presented by the Nebraska Lottery. 13 games, started all 13 last year. And you've been around, man. You've been making plays since your freshman and sophomore year. Now you're a senior.
Mm-hmm.
Are you the de facto leader on the offense now?
I wouldn't say the leader, but you definitely are one of the guys that people look up to. You have the most playing time. You've been through the hard times. You've been through a few of the good seasons and the bad seasons. So with that being said, people look to you to see how you handle adversity.
And how do you handle it? Because 2 years ago, you're an Orange Bowl squad, BCS, co-Big Ten champs. This last season, 8-5 is nothing to sneeze at.
Right.
But you guys wanted more.
Definitely.
And it wasn't like you got pounded by anybody.
Well, when
you had a ton of fourth quarter games that were just so back. They're great football games, mm-hmm. but you came out on the wrong end.
Yeah, when you handle it, you can't really point fingers at anything. You got to know that sometimes things happen for a reason, and that next time you just can't. You have to work through it. You have to find ways around those situations.
And what's going to be different about this team? You're going to have a new quarterback. Offensive line-wise, you've got some replacements to make there, and you just don't necessarily reload some of the guys you lost.
Mm-hmm.
You're sitting pretty at tailback. We know they got a great wide receiver.
Yeah, definitely. Coach Ferentz, he always finds ways to, get people in the right positions, and he's going to fill voids. And with that being said, you're going to have some young guys that's going to have to step up, and you're going to have some older guys that's going to have to lead. And with that, we know what our goals are, and we know how to accomplish them.
Marvin McNutt with us here, Huskers Illustrated Radio. Amazing wide receiver for Iowa, and he'll be a all-conference selection, if not greater, when it comes to his ability. Just a ton of fun to watch. It's a treat for us to get a chance to run you down, Marvin. Nebraska, Iowa, man, what's the rivalry going to mean to you the day after Thanksgiving?
I feel like it's going to be a great rivalry, especially to grow. As these teams get better, as the years go on, they play each other more and more. It means a lot. But as of right now, you try not to look too far ahead because you still have a lot of games in front of them.
Sure. All right, Nebraska's been known for cranking out amazing defensive linemen, but the Pellinis are well known for secondary play, safeties and corners.
Mm-hmm.
Prince is off to New York.
Yeah.
Alfonso Dennard's back, and he's got all the hype in the world. He's
mm-hmm.
an amazing corner. What do you know about the Fawns, and what do you think of him if you had a chance to look at him?
He's a great corner. Those guys, they play very physical, and that's something you need at defensive back. And we look at it, and we love playing top competition. Because that way you can weigh yourself. How much do I need to get better? But it's going to be a fun day.
No, it'll be an amazing game. And what is that going to be your de facto rival? Are you declaring Nebraska Iowa's rival, or is that something that's got to grow?
Definitely. We got to see when the game comes. It's one of those things type of events because you never know how the fans will react. Fans are the ones that kind of make the rival even more of a rival.
Of course, the mantra is one game at a time, right?
Definitely.
That's what's been pounded in since freshman year.
Definitely.
Marvin McNutt, wideout, junior, Amazing talent, 6'4", 215, highlight reel type player. It'll be awesome for Nebraska fans to see him at Memorial Stadium the day after Thanksgiving. Marvin, best of luck. Have a great season.
Thank you.
Take care. Quick break. Back with more after this. In Huskers Illustrated.